The presidential debate happened last week and was one of the most deeply unserious things I've seen in a long time. Let's roll a clip, see what we're talking about.
But when he talks about a convicted felon, his son is a convicted felon at a very high level. His son is convicted, going to be convicted probably numerous other times. Should have been convicted before, but his Justice Department let the statute of limitations lapse on the most important things. But he could be a convicted felon as soon as he gets out of office.
First thing first. Someone's got to tell Biden to close his mouth, bro. Like, when you're not talking, close your mouth, bro. He's just sitting there like, bro, please close your mouth, bro. Just the one note. They need to like put it on the teleprompter behind him.
Close
Like,
your mouth.
just keep like don't when
But
you're
what
not.
if he says that out loud?
When
Close your mouth.
he would say it.
He's gonna tell all of America to close their mouth.
Too,
Like, he's just pondering what Trump is saying and the
Yeah,
wildness
man.
of it. This man literally is telling him, "Hey, yo, just to let you know, when you're done, I'm putting you in jail." And keep in mind, this is coming off of what we know now with the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
So he might actually do it. God forbid he wins.
Yeah. Anyway, this is after Biden called him. He's like, only one person on the stage is a convicted felon, which is true. And then he responds, "Well, your son is a convicted felon for having a laptop with dick pic." Well, what he was convicted on was having a gun that was he lied on his gun registration because he did drugs.
Yeah.
And you would have thought Republicans wouldn't give a fuck about this, but since it's Hunter Biden, it's a Biden, they don't give. Now they
now you gotta care.
Fuck the Second Amendment, But
if you my op,
that's what they got him on, and so your son's a convicted felon for like a nothing charge.
Joe could be a convicted felon with all of the things that he's done. He's done horrible things. All of the death caused at the border, telling the Ukrainian people that we're going to want $1 billion or you change the prosecutor. Otherwise, you're not getting $1 billion. If I ever said that, that's quid pro quo. That we're not going to do anything. We're not going to give you $1 billion unless you change your prosecutor having to do with the son. This man is a criminal. This man, you're lucky. You're lucky. I did nothing wrong. We'd have a system that was rigged and disgusting. I did nothing wrong.
Thank you, President Trump.
I forgot how much he talks like a child.
Yeah, someone had a good point. I wanted to point this out, and I want you to watch it while the video progresses. They said Trump has a script that he's supposed to stick to. Yeah. And anytime you see his hands start moving like this, he forgot everything he was supposed to say, and he goes on these incoherent tangents. It's
just the most exaggerated shit. Yeah. He's the worst president of all time. If I did it, it would have been a quid pro quo. Yeah. If he's just so bad, so many people died, so many people. It just everything is so extreme with him. It's hard to take. I feel like it hurts him kind of in the debates too, because it's like you're saying he's the worst president of all time. You're saying he's done so much evil shit, but it's like. Is shit really that bad right now? Like, economy is starting to get better. Like, things are doing okay. Like, it's not that,
we're not in a global pandemic.
We're not in a pandemic. We're out,
inflation's kind of bad, but
it's starting to get better. It's starting to cool down a little bit.
Could be worse.
Yeah.
Look at his fucking face. Like, he's absolutely shocked that he's talking to him like this. He's like, I'm the worst president you ever see? Ain't no fucking way.
But he gets back at him. Let's see what he has to say.
President Biden, you have said, I'm coming right to you, sir. You want to respond? Go ahead. I'll give you a minute to respond.
The idea that I did anything wrong relative to what you're talking about is outrageous. It's simply a lie, number one. Number two, the idea that you have a right to seek retribution against any American just because you're president is wrong. It's simply wrong. No president's ever spoken like that before. No president in our history has spoken like that before. Number three, the crimes that you are still charged with, and think of all the civil penalties you have. How many billions of dollars do you owe in civil penalties for molesting a woman in public, for doing a whole range of things, of having sex with a porn star on the night while your wife was pregnant? I mean, what are you talking about?
So you molested a woman 20 years ago? Yeah. You fucked a porn star while your wife was pregnant?
He don't even care. Look at his face.
I wish he said it with more confidence because he's like dying while he's saying it, but
all right.
I mean, he still got him though.
It doesn't matter.
And Trump's face is just looking down like.
I don't think he cares. I think he's like, so what? Yeah. I think that's literally what he wants to say.
I think it's a good. I think people care though. When you mention like, oh shit,
bro, he's like 80 years old. After a while, it's like, all right, nigga, I did it. Whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
but the porn star thing wasn't that long ago. That was like
again, he is 80. You're acting like it's us, like we're in our almost 30s.
Yeah, but he's just running for president and he fucked the porn star. His wife was pregnant.
And he already won.
And the crazy part is, I think him and his wife like split up or something because she wasn't at the debates after. Like Biden's wife is front and center. She's carrying him places basically, and Trump is solo dolo on stage after his wife nowhere to be found.
What better way to represent America than by a single man?
Yeah,
I think is marriage even that important anymore in America? Why do you need to represent that?
Yeah,
stand 10 toes, Donnie 10.
But Biden firing some shots is getting spicy at him though.
I mean, yeah, you got to. I think after a while, it's like enough is enough, and I think given that he's gonna die tomorrow, they said you got to at least go out with one banger, right? Mm-hmm. This is easy. This is Drake versus Kendrick. This is right there. You're a pedophile. Yeah. You're a sick man, and niggas like you should die.
Hey, man,
if he said that, I'll be crazy.
Your son's a sick man.
Yeah. All right.
You have the morals of an alley cat.
Give you a minute, sir.
I didn't have sex with a porn star, number one.
This Epstein angle was the shit I expected.
Number two, that was a case that was started and moved. They moved a high-ranking official, a DOJ, into the Manhattan DA's office to start that case. That case is going to be appealed and won. We had a very terrible judge, a horrible judge, Democrat. The prosecutor were all high-ranking Democrats, appointed people.
Sorry, you know why I fuck with Donald Trump? Not from a political standpoint, but you're a real nigga, man. Focus on one point, deny, and gaslight.
Yeah, that's
just focus on one thing, deny, gaslight the fuck out of everything. Like
wrong.
You're wrong. That person's horrible. This is unconstitutional. That was a rigged judge.
It was a very corrupt case.
Never fucked a porn star. Like,
you have the morals of an alley cat.
Who?
Biden hit him with that. Biden just said that.
Oh, I couldn't really hear.
That's some old school shit. You got the morals of an alley cat.
It's really kind of hard to understand what he's saying because it sounds like he's just chewing on a bunch of molasses.
Yeah, but that's an old school. That's an old school insult. Like that's some like
it's an old school insult.
Yeah.
That just flies out real quick.
Who do you think is more likely to fly first? Biden?
Yeah, Biden.
By accident? Just like, oh shit. I forgot what year it was.
Yeah. Trump would say it on purpose. Like, he would just be like, oh. Like,
Trump.
Biden's going to say it not realizing it's an accident. It's like that guy that went up to this, he was like, canvassing, going to a bunch of people's houses, and he was like, hi, yes, how's it going? We're going to a bunch of houses, and he's like, oh, no.
Neighbors. Yeah. I'm at Neighbors.
Hey, sorry to bother you. I'm Fernando. I work at Peak Energy. We're a few doors down. We're in 1845. Okay. So we do solar around here. We're just coming around talking to neighbors. Sorry, dude. Neighbors. I apologize.
Biden would do something like that. He's like, yeah, like, I love all my neighbors. Damn. I don't even think he would catch it. I think he would just say it, and he'd be like, yeah. Like,
damn, Joey B.
And both the civil and the criminal. He basically went after his political opponent because he thought it was going to damage me. But when the public found out about these cases, because they understand it better than he does, he has no idea what these cases are. But when they found out about these cases, you know what they did? My poll numbers went up, way up. You know that because you're reporting it. And we took in more money in the last 2 weeks than we've ever taken in the history of any campaign. I don't think any campaign has ever taken. Hundreds of millions of dollars came pouring in because the public knows it's a scam and it's a guy that's after his political opponent because he can't win fair and square.
To your point earlier, Biden really does need a team to let him know, yo, keep your mouth closed.
Yeah.
Because the entire time he's just like,
the sad part is I feel like anyone that's like remotely coherent could destroy Trump in a debate, like on one of these debates. This is a motherfucker that's been twice impeached since last time. You got a criminal court case attached to him.
Yeah, holding him.
Like, bro, like this guy is not the hardest matchup. Like, just, if you're looking at it from like a matchup, just ignore the politics. I'm looking at it as like I'm trying to beat you.
This is Boston versus the Wizards.
If I'm trying to beat you in a debate, I'm facing someone that has all his star players injured. He's playing through an injury. His knees, his tore his ACL. He's playing through it. You know what I mean? This guy is. But on the other end, you got a dying man. It's decrepit on the other side. So,
all right, I'm gonna say something again. I want to see if like where you are in this thought process I have. I think I saw a video of Obama and Mitt Romney in the debate years ago.
Debate, yeah.
And then I'm looking at it compared to now.
They're like shaking hands. They're like more cordial. They're friendly. They're respectful. Romney's like, oh, I appreciate you, Mr. President, for taking time out of your day to debate me. Like, and I'm honored to be on stage with you. And this is like straight. They didn't even shake hands after. Oh. It was just straight bars.
I think this debate is a representation of where America currently is.
Absolutely, yeah.
I think at some point in time, we just lost the will to try and look presentable. And people don't give a fuck. If you just look at the internet all day, it's just the internet's always been a bunch of stupidity, but it seems like it's worse now more than ever.
Yeah.
It's like people just can't help but harass people, be nuisances, assholes, and I think this is what this debate is.
Yeah, the problem with the internet nowadays is you could be in your own community and you don't have to. You could just chill in your own community and you don't have to face any outlash. So you could just be as extreme as possible.
Yeah.
Like if you're a Trump guy, you could be on the most Trump-like Twitter, the most right-wing communities, and you all could just be unhinged and then live in your own bubble. And when people live in bubbles, shit just clashes so hard when it like comes out to light. I don't know. It's like people live in different realities.
I don't know. I think we need to increase expectations of people. I think we've gotten to a point where the expectations are so low, stupid shit like this can happen. Because there's no reason why any of them should be running for president.
Did you hear about people they're talking about they want to replace Biden at this point?
With Kamala?
With anyone. There's like a bunch of names. Gavin Newsom is a name that pops up. A lot of random people pop up. Not Davon, no.
Okay.
But
that sucks.
I feel like that's probably a bad move. In my opinion,
No,
it's
too late.
way too late to do any replacements. And it's like, yeah, he had a bad showing, but, you know.
Yeah.
Did you see his responses to the bad showing? He admitted he went for it.
It was good.
Yeah, I liked it. He was like, you know what? I might not be as sharp as I used to be.
Yeah.
I'm not as sharp as I used to be. I'll admit it. But
I don't want to hear that.
I'm not Trump. Like,
yeah.
And I like at least you're acknowledging it and being true with it. And yeah, it's still a bad look.
I think Trump's team fucked up as well.
Yeah.
I think with all the lies he said, I think if his team told him, hey, listen, you did fuck up. If you own that, you will have a better chance of winning the presidency.
Trump, you're never gonna own his.
No, I'm saying to the smallest degree. Like if he acknowledges, like, hey, like, no, not everything went right, but I did some things good. I think a lot of people that are on the mix will be like, oh, I'm gonna fuck with him because at least he's owning up to it and he's willing to fix it. Versus just saying, oh, everything was perfect. It's like, you have to be an absolute idiot or a hardcore Trump supporter to believe that.
And he got saved by this insane Supreme Court ruling recently now. So he can't even get convicted for most of the shit he did while he was in office.
Crazy.
So he's going to probably be let off on most of it. So it's wild.
Hey, man.
But yeah, let us know what y'all think in the comments, man. This is, we're in crazy times. Let's hope there's another debate coming soon because this was definitely interesting to watch. But,
And who are you voting for? Let us know, man, so we can argue.
And if you're Trump, then fuck you.